So the question is, where was your first kiss? Well, our first kiss was after our first date. I was obviously like really head over heels for Jane, and I really wanted to wait till I asked her to be my girlfriend, and she knew I was taking it seriously before I kissed her. So I was like, okay, I want to ask her out as soon as I can, but I should probably pump the brakes. Don't want to scare this girl. So I waited 3 days. I was trying to wait till our second date, but I didn't get that far. We were hanging out with some friends, and our friends left. Me and Jane were chatting, and I asked her out. I explained why I wanted to date her and wanted to be intentional. She said yes, and I think I like really awkwardly asked her if I could kiss her, like I was in 5th grade, and she said yes, and so I kissed her. But that was August 22nd, 2020. Was the day we started dating, and also our first kiss. All right, this question is, what is Caleb's high school mascot? It's tough because, I've been to 2 high schools, been to college. We're talking about my real high school football days, which is San Marcos High School, none other, Knights. Go Knights. All right, this question is, what's the most embarrassing moment for Caleb in courtship? Unfortunately, it's a really easy answer for me. Jane might think it was some song or some lyrics that I sang wrong. Definitely wasn't. It was actually on our first date. I was running super late. I was 30 minutes late, which is just embarrassing in itself, obviously. But I was rushing from work. I hadn't eaten anything, so I ate carne asada tacos really fast. Got there, ran out of my car basically to get to the front door because I was so late. And I knock. Jane opens the door, looking absolutely beautiful, and I smile. I can't stop smiling. And she's like, "Hey, look in the mirror." And I look in the mirror, and I'm not joking, the biggest green cilantro. I didn't even know cilantro got that big, just covering my whole tooth, 2 teeth. So yeah, it was that was pretty rough. Started off on the wrong foot on that one. All right, this is, what is Caleb's favorite physical trait about Jane? Obviously, probably the hardest question on the list, but I'd probably have to say her eyes. And I think she might guess this one. But yeah, she has the most beautiful eyes. If you haven't looked into her eyes, how big and massive they are, and just gorgeous. So shiny and so pretty. Yeah, I'm a sucker for those eyes. She'll batter at me. All right, fine, whatever you want. Yeah, eyes. All right, this one is, what is Jane's favorite characteristic about Caleb? And that's a hard one for me to say. She's so sweet. One of my favorite things about Jane is how she encourages me and just compliments me on literally everything I do. So I feel like she loves every single piece of me, which is the best feeling ever. But I'd have to say her favorite one that she talks to me a lot is my kind and caring spirit. She often talks and tells other people about my heart and how I care for other people. And I am so grateful to have a fiance and a future wife that recognizes that in me and loves me for it. I'm a little bit of a soft guy, everyone knows, but Jane loves that about me, and I'm so grateful for that. So, would Jane and Caleb prefer a queen bed, be close and cuddle all night, or king and keep your space while you're sleeping? Trick question. The answer is neither. We want a king bed, which will have a queen just because we're, going to be living small. But we want a California king as big as it can get. And we want to have so much room in our bed that we get lost. But we want to be extremely close in that massive bed. So, yeah, that's the answer. As big as a bed as it possibly gets, but still super close and get lost. Yeah. All right, so this question is, who said I love you first? which is a very hot topic in mine and Jane's relationship. But the answer is me. I said it first, Jane. I said it first. And I actually waited a long time. I didn't say it till 5 months after we started dating. And I think Jane was like looking at her watch like, come on, dude, like when you say it. So what Jane did, which was really sweet, she wrote a letter kind of when she decided that she loved me. And she wanted to let me say it first, which was really sweet. But she wrote a letter and dated it so that I would know that she loved me first, which isn't true. I loved her first. I just waited a long time, wanted to be serious. But yeah, the answer is I said it first, but Jane wrote a letter before I said it. So gotta give her some credit there. I love you, Jane. All right, so the next question is, where did Caleb meet Jane? And I've been really excited to answer this question because I like telling the story. But the answer is at the San Diego Yacht Club. My buddy Matt Day invited me to go down there for a 4th of July party. And it was just a few of our friends. And so I thought I knew everybody there. And I got there and I didn't. Jane was there. She was the only person I didn't know. And I was just like head over heels, like, oh my gosh, this is the prettiest girl I've ever seen. So I got to talk to her. And yeah, I was head over heels. Asked her out later, she said no. You can talk to her about the story. But the answer is the San Diego Yacht Club. All right, so this question is, what is Jane's favorite feature about Caleb? First off, Jane, I'm so sorry you have to answer that. It's probably so difficult for you to choose. But second, I would have to say it's my dimples. She likes to go like this a lot and touch them and talk about them. So blessed to have those. That or my butt. All right, I feel like I've made all the other videos way too long because I'm a talker. But the question is, how many kids do you want to have? Pretty much as many as we can. We want to have a lot of kids and as much as we can afford to have. So we'll see what the Lord blesses us with. But if we're looking for a specific number, we've said 6 pretty consistently. It's kind of like the dream is 6 kids, but we'll see. Maybe it's like 30, hopefully. All right, this is a hard question. Only the OGs will get this one once they've been around. So what is the accessory, important quotation marks around the accessory, that Caleb asked if his wife would be wearing when he met her? This conversation was when I was 3 years old. It was to my mom, and the answer is a flower. My mom had a flower in her hair, and she was like talking about it. I think I said she looked pretty or something like that, which I'm sure she did. And I asked her, will my wife be wearing a flower when I meet her? So yeah, answer is a flower.
That was sarcastic or not?
Definitely sarcastic. You're always busy.
I just feel so natural in front of a camera. I should have been born a star.
You should be. That's like half the battle.
I should have been born a star.
Yeah.